All right. Did he do it? Did he not?
Ooh, we're back on Diddy.
We're back on Diddy.
Do you know last time we talked about him was in May?
Yeah, I was actually thinking how crazy. If we'd spoken about this a year ago, it would have been a full conspiracy theorist episode.
Yeah,
And now look.
hard out. Yeah, we spoke about it in May, and now this shit's
Yeah.
real.
Yep, it's all happening. I never thought I would see the day that anyone that high up in Hollywood would go down.
Yeah, hard
Because
out.
they're all connected.
Yeah.
And to try and save their own asses, they normally, snitch on other people.
Mm.
So it's just crazy that the amount of... Because that's what happens with these things. They're all full of powerful people, not just the music artists and the celebrities. It's the judges, the lawyers,
Yeah.
the doctors.
The police.
Yeah, the senators that are all involved and intertwined in these disgusting little freak-offs.
Yeah, hard. So we're going to talk about Diddy today. All the allegations, our little conspiracy on it, and his actual charges.
I think what Diddy is doing is mostly to adults. And it gets sicker.
Gets deep.
Yeah, so I think this is just the start.
Yeah, hard
Like
out.
Epstein. Epstein was just the start.
Yeah.
And those were all like underage, and it's very sad, 16, 15-year-olds. In Diddy's case, I think a girl just came out when she was 13. But it does get worse than that. And I think we should touch on that just because there's a chance that that could all come out as well. Baby trafficking, all of it.
Yeah.
Adrenochrome.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just everything that you think never happens. And
Yeah.
everything that we used to talk about, like I know some people be like, oh, whatever, that never happens. Like it's
Yeah.
all coming out this year. Just like what Cat Williams said.
Yeah.
He said this year everyone's going down and it's happening.
I'm so excited. Like I said, I just never thought this day would come.
Mm.
I really hope they go deeper with it and find how disgusting and cruel it really gets. Like a victim is a victim, but when we're talking about like child protective services being involved and kind of trafficking kids through that as babies, that's where it gets really scary.
And just the things that happen to these kids and minors, like, it's like those people in Hollywood think that everyone that isn't in Hollywood are like peasants.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to feed, like they feed off us or like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how they treat everyone
Yeah.
and been getting away with it as well. But even how they treat their own peers, like Justin Bieber, like all the stuff coming out about him and...
Well, it's just their introduction to that world because Diddy didn't come through and their world wasn't like that already. Like that's the thing with abusive behavior. Like 9 times out of 10, it's learned behavior.
Yeah.
Like no one really comes in that abusive to that level.
Yeah.
Where it involves like torturing and, there's levels to it.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Like you see all these artists turning, not gay, but like you see them turning more feminine and like start dressing a bit feminine out of nowhere.
They're trying to normalize it a bit.
Yeah, I know, but out of nowhere they actually like start turning that way because they just get abused so much.
Yeah.
That like
totally.
it's coming out in the open.
Yeah. And it's sad because the cycle continues.
Yeah.
To the next generation that comes through. And that's the crazy thing about fame and Hollywood is this is how these people operate because there's people out there that would quite literally do anything to get famous.
Yeah.
So they're using that against these talented kids and taking advantage of it. And it's probably the only place, like the only career that you can do that with because people want to be famous. Like the will to be famous for some people is a bigger will than anything else.
Yeah, hard out. And the one that I always think about like that's sad is Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
like Will Smith's son. How he always used to like kiss him in public and kiss him on the lips and just
Yeah.
little things like that. I was always like, that's fucking weird. But now he's like full changed, not a
Yeah.
little, like not a boy anymore.
Mm.
And it's,
He's gay, isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
And like it all started from his own dad being like, this is how you come up.
Yeah.
This is how it happens.
Even recently, just watching the Mendes Brothers case on Netflix. There's a couple of different documentaries on them. And it's like the dad is actually like part of the music industry and I think involved with Diddy as well, before his kids killed him. But with those two sons getting abused by their dad, the older son actually started doing it to the younger son. So like he at a young age already started to learn that repetition of a cycle, you know?
Yeah.
And I think everyone on the internet is like, they were abused, they don't deserve to be behind bars and blah, blah, blah. But I think it's great that they're behind bars because, to be honest, they've saved the next generation from getting abused.
Yeah.
If that kid was already doing it to his brother, that means he's got that gene and he's, you know, repeating that cycle. And so imagine them having kids. They would have done it to their kids. So they've saved, you know, kids without even knowing it.
Yeah, right out. Yeah, and those Mendes brothers, yeah, the father is partners with P. Diddy's boss, Clive Davis.
Clive Davis, yeah.
Like, and that's just a whole nother can of worms that's gonna explode out. But everything is linked together. Like, so how she was saying everything is linked together, that's what we're meaning. Like everybody is doing that in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it's coming out. And you can see a lot of celebrities ducking on social media. Even Kevin Hart shutting down his restaurant chain, his fast food chain. Everyone's gone quiet. Jay-Z's gone quiet and he's lost so much followers.
Millions of followers.
If you go into any of those celebrities' comments, like they can't even post anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody's just boom, 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 bombarding. Like
even LeBron James. Like I feel like athletes just have diehard fans and they don't care.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole another level of like worship of fans. But like you scroll some of his comments, it's like, ain't no party like a P. Diddy party.
Yeah. But in saying that, like if I was an athlete and I was coming up through the ranks and no one told me about Diddy parties, but you seen them online and seen them pumping and then you got invited, like I'd 100% go.
Yeah, you'd go.
I'd be like, fuck, I'd go. And then if you never got invited to like anything else, you would never know.
Yeah, totally.
You'd end up going back to, like you got game back, like back to back in that city. So like you wouldn't even know.
Especially if you're there with like A-list celebrities and they're all doing it as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'll definitely be there. And then you'd leave and you wouldn't even know anything happened. You'd go to another one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even know any of that shit's
It'd
happening.
become the norm.
Yeah. So I think like a lot of celebrities are caught up in it, but they actually don't really like fuck with, especially this. I'd be very surprised if I seen any NBA stars involved in doing that shit.
Are you serious?
What?
You'd be very surprised.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would. What, doing?
You're still under the spell. For athlete stuff, you're still under the spell.
Yeah, I am.
They're 100% up in there. Are you joking?
No, I don't
Have you
reckon.
not seen LeBron talk about P. Diddy's parties?
Yeah, but I don't reckon they're like raping and getting with like drugged kids and shit.
I think they'd be getting with underage kids, but not like kids. But then who knows? It's a fucking freak off. We don't know what happens there.
Yeah, hard out.
And
And
like,
freak off actually, it's called freak off because the male prostitutes that they get, they're called freak offs.
are they?
Yeah. So they get them and they're called freak offs. So they hire freak offs to come in. And then those guys get with the girls for the people that are watching.
Right.
And they like get off on it.
Yeah.
And so those guys are called
That's
freak
crazy
offs.
that there's a whole different category of those voyager. That's what they're called, the people that like to watch.
Yeah.
Voyagers.
I know.
That is crazy. All right, so I'm sure everyone knows who P. Diddy is, but do you want to give a rough little explanation on who he is, how powerful he is?
Yeah. So P. Diddy, he used to run Bad Boy Records. So he got real big because he brought Biggie Smalls up and made him massive. He was always that annoying guy in the video clip. Like, that's why I didn't really like him, because he's always dancing
Same.
around, bouncing in the background. And
I'm like, shut up.
Yeah,
Like, this
yeah.
is your artist song,
Yeah.
like, not yours.
So he wasn't like massive as in like being the front, but he was always there behind all the music.
But then I think his most recent years, he's more known in the business world.
Yeah.
Having Ciroc, he's got a few charities, as they all do.
Yeah.
Well, it's official. There's a trial date,
Mm.
May 5th,
Yeah.
2025, which is really fast considering how big this is.
Mm.
I don't know how they're going to get through it all.
Yeah, I know.
3,000 witnesses, and they've narrowed it down to around 120. I'm guessing the 120 something victims have the best evidence, or maybe have witnesses.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Tony Busby, his law firm from Texas. They are representing around 50 of those 120 clients, victims.
And that's still a lot.
Yeah.
You
He's
need to-
also representing the youngest one that is the most recent to come out. She was 13 when she was assaulted. So that is his first minor victim
That's come through.
Yeah, that has come through.
Shit.
Which is also a superseder of the case. So when I say that's a really quick turn, like a really quick time to have such a big case, it's always going to be pushed back because you have things like new accusations come through or new charges, and those are called superseders. So this is the first one, only days after they've announced the
Date.
the court, the hearing, the trial, the hearing. So that's huge in itself. Like the first superseder to come through, and it's a minor case, so that's a whole new charge.
Yeah, yeah.
He hasn't been charged with anything like that yet.
No.
It's like sex trafficking and all of that. So that's a brand new case in itself. So that would be sexual assault to a minor.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Because
and
those
her
charges.
story is really bad.
Yeah, hard out.
It's really, really sad. So she ended up at a party. She was 13 years old. She got given a drink of Ciroc and said it tasted a little bit weird. She started feeling funny, and then so she found a room to lay down in, and she found a room to lay down in, and before she knew it, Diddy was walking through with celebrity A and celebrity B. So this is what the celebrities are called in the case. There's like athlete A or celebrity A, celebrity B, and then regular people are called John Does. So these are celebrities that came through. So P. Diddy comes into the room with celebrity A, celebrity B. Celebrity A is a male, celebrity B is a female. You know who I'm thinking about.
Yes, I do.
So what happens is celebrity A, the male, gets on top of the 13-year-old, basically rapes her, and P. Diddy and celebrity B, the female, they watch. So after a while, she wakes up, no one's in the room. She runs out naked, finds her clothes, runs to a gas station and rings her dad. I'm pretty sure there's footage at the gas station and stuff. Rings her dad, say, I lied to you, I snuck out, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, that's our first minor sexual assault coming through.
And she's got photos as well. She's got photos of Diddy and all of them like partying and shit.
Okay, so what's his other charges? Is there 3 charges, 3 big ones?
So he's got sex trafficking. He's got transportating people for prostitution and racketeering. So, you know what racketeering is? Racketeering is basically like a group of people conspiring to do crimes.
Yeah, so it's organized crime with a common goal.
Yeah, common goal. So the common goal could be money or sex desires, things like that.
Fulfilling someone's sexual desires.
Yeah. So those are the charges he's got right now. So each charge is 15 years if he gets sentenced for those ones. And they've got proof on it as well. So we've got all this information from his indictment. If you guys want to see it for yourself, you can just type it on Google and it will come up on the USA government page. You can click it. It's a PDF. download the whole thing and read all of it.
It's huge.
It's massive.
You can always go onto TikTok or YouTube, and you've got lawyers on there like breaking it down, and it makes it a little bit easier to understand. Some of the legal terms are a little bit confusing sometimes.
But basically what they're saying in there is what he would get people to come in, male or female. He would drug them, and then a group of them would abuse them. And then at the end of it, they would give them an IV to get all their vitals and shit back up. That's like long story short on some of the charges.
But yeah, because he can be done for sex trafficking, even if it is a commercial, like a professional sex worker.
Yeah.
And it's consensual. If he is taking her from one state to another, that's going interstate, it's travel, so it's trafficking, sexual trafficking. Especially if they end up in a freak off and not agreeing, like not being what the sex worker had agreed on, and therefore the rest, like it's not actually consensual. There's another victim story that came through. We won't tell like heaps of victim stories.
No.
Just because it's so intense. We already know what he's up to. But there was the woman, did he meet her in she was at the bar with her friend, and her friend called P. Diddy and was like, I'm friends with P. Diddy, look, he's on FaceTime or something with me. And then she arced up in the background and goes, I don't like him. He had something to do with Tupac's death. And then he said, you'll fucking pay for that. You'll pay for that comment. And then one of P. Diddy's friends was friends with her.
No, so...
no, that guy said, I'm struggling with opening my cancer medication.
Yeah.
Can you come over and help me, like, open the bottles and, like, take care of me? And the woman went around, and P. Diddy turned up.
Yeah. She turned up and he started arcing up and being loud, saying all these things, and then they came and held a knife on her. Basically threatened her, forced her to take these pills.
They said they were going to he said he was going to give her a Glasgow smile.
Yeah.
So that's when they cut you from your ear to your ear.
Yeah. That's crazy. That is crazy. Anyway, they started ripping her clothes off. And then he started squirting stuff with her, and she didn't know what it was, and then she finally figured it out that it was baby oil. She said that one guy jumped on her that was real heavy, took the wind out of her. And then after that, the drugs started kicking on her, and she couldn't really control herself.
So they did some really foul stuff to her. She's one of many that went to the police straight away, and they just basically shut it down. They didn't want to hear about it. And she actually went and did a rape kit test at the hospital, but she went, I think, like a month later. And they say one thing about the genital area is it just is like super fast at healing itself. So they couldn't find any evidence. But like, who would want to get anything looked at down there when that's happened to you?
Yeah, hard
like
out.
It's not sex, it's having things forced up you, having multiple men pass you around, it's having objects put up places you don't want them to go. And
she was scared as after that. She even ran out and like pretended that she was gonna stab him. And she was like, I'm going to tell people what happened. And he got his mum.
Yeah.
He got his mum on the phone to try and talk to this girl saying, calm down, that actually didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Tried to get her to have a payout as well.
Yeah, and then she was like, just take the payout. Just take the payout. And she was like, what the fuck? So she left. She called the police. No one came and helped her. No one done anything to help her. And then just saying that, like from there, that's why you wouldn't be like, go get a rape test straight away. Because now you feel like no one even cares about you.
Yeah. Which is the saddest part, and like you've got to commend these victims for coming forward and being so brave, because they definitely would have been threatened. They, probably like half of them probably would have tried to tell the police or get help, but just were dismissed. So, like, imagine having to go through that and then go and bring it all up again now.
Yeah.
Knowing that he's so confident that he's going to get off everything.
I know. But, like, fuck. That's power. Like, if anybody got, like, if you called right now and was like, I just got raped, police would be getting sent here straight away.
Yeah, totally.
Like, the fact that no one done anything, and then they try to follow it up with the...
It is really hard in America to charge someone with sexual assault or rape.
Yeah,
like, it's really hard. It actually, like, that's why a lot of victims don't come forward. Let alone, like, that's, I'm talking about regular civilians, not even celebrities. Like, it's really hard for them to prove anything. That's why, yeah, a lot of people do stay silent. So imagine the fact of, like, having a really powerful celebrity trying to prove they did that.
Yeah.
Who would listen?
Especially
Especially because P. Diddy does do a lot in the community.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, they don't want to believe that about him. It's crazy how a lot of the victims, a lot of their statements came out before the raid and all that baby oil was found.
Yeah.
And a lot of the victims talk about, like, the excess baby oil that is present at the parties or that was just used during their attacks.
Yeah.
Like, that was way before that raid, recent raid.
Yeah, I know. And that just locks fully. He's locked into this whole thing. Like,
I know.
There's no way he's getting. If he gets off the shit, like
There's no way.
If he gets off the shit and people fall for it,
There's no way. There's going to be so much footage. In that raid, they found over 90 terabytes of evidence on computers.
Yeah.
Like, your average iPhone has 2 terabytes. They found 90 terabytes.
That's crazy. So that was
evidence.
They found 90 laptops, phones, and pieces of storage, plus iCloud accounts.
Oh my
90.
God.
That's crazy.
There's so many, and they're saying that there's so much clear evidence of the other celebrities and abusers. That has got to be so scary. That, and also when we watched the Tony Busby, it was like a press release.
Yeah.
After one of the hearings, and he basically said that anyone that was involved in helping Diddy or housed one of the parties or hosted him in a hotel or a venue or was working there as a waitress or anyone that doesn't come forward that has seen something will be, like, charged. Like, they're going after them. That leaves so much room for snitching. Like, so much room. Like, you're talking about thousands, and this is 30 years of abuse.
Fuck.
He's been doing it for 30 years. And they've put that statement out there. Like, that's 30 years of thousands and thousands of witnesses.
Fuck.
Whether they've signed NDAs or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That is what I reckon. Everybody's going forward, 100%.
100%.
Everyone is going forward to save their ass.
Everyone, and they don't care about charging those people, but they'll be scared.
Yeah.
You can literally go, look, I was scared for my life. He threatened me, but here's what I know, and here's my footage, and here's my proof. Like, do you need anything else? You know that. He's fucked. And all of Hollywood is fucked. Because imagine being like Jay-Z and Beyonce sitting there watching Tony Busby's press conference and hearing all those witnesses have to come forward. You're going, oh, fuck, let me get my clone out. My clone's going to jail.
Oh, no. The clone fucking factory is overloaded right now. It has got like 6 million orders out of nowhere.
Hard.
Fuck. Oh, shit. But even in like Diddy's raid as well, like either they found all those AR-15s, assault rifles with no serial codes on them, like scrubbed out.
Yeah, why would he have no serial codes?
Because he's been killing people. Fuck. What do you mean?
Yeah, but he poisons people. I can't imagine him actually shooting someone.
Oh, now I can.
He's like a nasty little fucking pest.
Even they found like a 100-round drum, which is something you definitely don't need in your house. Like, that's basically a magazine filled with 100 bullets and you can clip it into your guns. Like,
Any gun.
yeah, you don't need that. You can clip it into a handgun and shit. You don't need that. Especially if you're Diddy. So, like, the stuff they're finding is enough. If they find, like, something else, like, let's just say they found a murder that's, like, in those celebrity realms and it's to do with AR-15 or anything like that, they can, like, pin anything to him because they found so much shit at his house.
At some point, they're just going to have to go, look,
You're getting life.
we've sentenced him to about 5 lives
yeah.
in jail. Should we just sweep the rest? Like, fuck it.
Honestly.
The thing I want to know is, do you think that Diddy's going to flip?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think he's thinking that he's safe.
Yeah. His ego's got to be that big. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Apparently, he's going to take the stand.
Oh, he thinks he is so safe that it's so crazy.
Imagine his lawyer trying to convince him, like, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, I think he'd have to anyway. It depends. Like, but if the fucking prosecutor gets to cross-examine him, imagine the attitude on it.
I know, but
that's 30 years he's gotten away with this shit.
Yeah.
And he just thinks he's like, his last statement is like, Sean looks forward to proving himself
innocent.
Yeah,
he's a family man.
Yeah, he's a family man, a man of the community.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. The only way that this could be not so big for him is if all the celebrities got together and tried to find all of these victims. Like, if there was a way that they could pay these people off, that's the only way that he'll get out of the shit.
I don't think they'll take money. There's heaps of them that haven't taken money.
Yeah,
that
I know.
he's tried to give money to.
But that's the only way that he'll get, like, less of a charge. If he somehow didn't get life, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I think he'll flip. I honestly do. It's funny, I was watching this one interview and it had a bunch of people that have obviously just kind of heard about this kind of stuff and they think that P. Diddy's like the big fish, like the kingpin and running the whole thing, whereas we know that's not true. We know he's just, he's not the peak of the iceberg.
Yeah, because he got that shit done to him.
Yeah. 100%.
Giving Clive Davis head and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's crazy because Clive Davis, like, came out in his book. Like, he admitted that he's gay in his book.
Yeah,
in his, like, 70s.
Yeah.
And so he always said that he had was it like that 15-year... No, he had 2 long-term relationships with men. One was a doctor, and the other one, he says, I'd rather not say what he did, but we used to go to entertainment events together.
Yeah. So
it's Puffy.
Definitely Diddy.
So how do you think this is going to impact Hollywood moving forward?
I think that it's basically going to cancel. I think it's basically going to cancel a lot of its culture.
I think our celebrity worshipping is going to stop.
Yeah, that's what.
Like, you think about when we found out about all this stuff, like 5 years ago. We stopped following celebrities. We stopped, like, I stopped listening to a lot of people's music. It, like, gave me the ick.
Yeah.
But we definitely stopped that whole worship part.
Yeah. I don't think I follow any celebrities anyway.
Neither do I.
Because we definitely stopped all that shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to cancel the culture. And what I mean by that is this won't happen till, and maybe in like 10 years, this whole thing won't be happening inside Hollywood. Like the music industry will change. But for a while, I think it's going to be exactly the same, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if it will change. Because I just think that will to be famous is so strong for so many kids. And I just think that there's going to be people there to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like drug dealers. Like, take a drug dealer out, someone's going to replace them.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's going to take like 10 years of this shit to happen for any change to happen for any new artists coming up. But for now, this shit's still happening right now. Like, from what I've watched, every celebrity has a little pyramid scheme of type of shit that Diddy was doing. Maybe not to the same extent, but they all kind of power trip and abuse other people,
Yeah.
which sucks. Sucks for a lot of people that worship celebrities.
Yeah.
It's definitely ruined a lot of movies. Like if we go back and try and watch
I
like movies and
know.
shit, you're like, fuck, I don't want to watch this.
We just tried to watch that new series with Kevin Hart and Denzel, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, which sucks, man. But it is what it is.
It is. There'll be new people come through. Or otherwise, I watch ones like Home Alone, you know, at Christmas time, and I'm like, aw, poor Kevin McCulkey.
Yeah. Hard out. Yeah, you just end up watching Hollywood movies and now you start thinking not even about the movie.
Yeah, totally.
You start thinking about the actual person and like what they get up to. And
Speaking of Little Kev, what about Michael Jackson? Where does he fall in all of this? Because I kind of think he was the scapegoat.
what do you
Because
mean?
he was tied up with like Clive and P. Diddy, and then he distanced himself, and then he started. Have you seen the signs and stuff he would
Yeah.
hold up and like saying that Clive was the devil and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, and then for him to like have all this pedophilia stuff put on him,
Yeah.
and then for him to die suspiciously.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everyone around Diddy dies suspiciously.
Yeah, hard out. Everyone, and if you do your research, a lot of them were trying to bring out documentaries or books to do with
Tell-alls.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like
They were
a lot
all
of them.
bringing tell-all, they were all writing tell-all books
Yeah.
at the time,
Yeah.
or doing documentaries, which
Yeah.
is crazy. So everyone that he had bad boy records with at the start, they're all dead,
Yeah.
apart from one who was recently poisoned and
And survived.
almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got Kim Porter, his ex, who was writing a book at the time, allegedly.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Aaliyah,
Yeah. Airplane.
Biggie, Tupac.
Yeah. And now Tupac's killer. Oh, he's actually been saying it for a while.
What?
He's been saying that Diddy paid him.
Yeah,
do
he
it.
has. Yeah.
But like no one really listened. Like people were still. He's been saying it for so much years that he killed Tupac, and even I didn't believe him. I was always like, "Oh fuck!" Like no one knows who killed Tupac. It's still gonna be a mystery. But he's been saying it, and now that this Diddy shit's come out, he's like, "It's actually Diddy," and now
Yeah.
it fucking makes sense.
Yeah.
And then after that, Biggie tried to leave Bad Boy Records, and all of a sudden, because it could fit the narrative at the time with the West and the East Coast beef,
Yeah.
you could easily get him murdered.
Yeah. Totally.
And he was just taking out anyone and everyone that was gonna shut him down.
Yeah.
So imagine like how many celebrities he's done it to like recently.
Yeah. I would love to know. I'm dying to know, because I think these guys are the most like worshipped people in our culture today, the Kardashians.
Oh yeah.
I would love to know their involvement. I know Corey Gamble is the biggest slime dog.
Yeah.
Like he was on the scene of Kim Porter's.
I know, at the house.
Yeah, he was there when she died
Yeah.
before the police.
Yeah.
Like, who is he?
I know. He's just come out of nowhere as well.
No one knows about him. Like,
Remember how
no
Diddy?
one knows.
Oh, not Diddy. Kanye was like, I don't want that guy around my kids.
Yeah.
I don't want him anywhere near my kids. And I was always like you didn't think too much of it, but now it makes sense.
Yeah.
And like Kanye's been.
He's been like blowing that horn for a long time. He, on one of the episodes, like, he was like, who is he? Like, where's he from? Who's his parents? Who's his siblings? Blah, blah, blah. And they always just seem to shut it down. And I just wonder what he has on Chris, what he has on the girls. I reckon Kim, Chloe, and Chris are all in cahoots with Corey, and they want what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, whereas I think the other girls are more like dragged along.
Yeah, hard out. Definitely Kim.
Because do you know the story about what's his name from American Idol?
Simon Cowell.
No.
Randy Jackson.
Yeah. Is it him? No. Randy Jackson.
Paula Abdul.
Randy Jackson. The black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you know the story about like I think it was Randy Jackson's wedding. So Kim Porter had moved on from Diddy and she was seeing another. Not me breastfeeding on the show.
These teasers gonna be crack up.
Listen to her, she's so cute. She's like,
Okay.
okay. So yeah, apparently at Randy Jackson's wedding, it's not Randy Jackson.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Okay, you Google it. I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So at this wedding, Kim Porter and Diddy were not together, and Kim Porter had moved on. What?
Randy Jackson. You said from American Idol, the judge.
Yeah, I don't know if it's him.
Oh, is that what you're trying to...
Okay, so Kim Porter's not at this wedding, Diddy's at this wedding, and her new guy is at the wedding. Apparently, Diddy went out of control at this guy at the wedding.
What?
And broke a chair over the guy's head. Yeah. But he said that wasn't the crazy part. The crazy part was Diddy was yelling at him things that he had talked to Kim Porter over the phone about. He said he knew word for word what I had said to this woman on the phone.
What?
And so that's when Kim started like telling her friends like her phones are tapped or there's like her house has been wired up, like,
Yeah.
you know? So that is fucking crazy. Apparently from her house being wired up and her phone's being tapped, that's how he figured out she was writing a book.
Oh.
And then it wasn't long after that she fell really ill and died of pneumonia, they say.
And then what? So Corey Gamble was close with those guys. So then he was at the scene before the police got there.
Yeah.
So he was probably trying to get the bugs and shit out of the house.
Yeah. He probably did get them out.
They probably let him get it out and then they'll go in.
Probably.
These guys got power.
Yeah.
Fuck. And so what? He was involved with Justin Bieber as well, eh? That's a sad one, man. That is so sad.
He was his tour manager. And they say that because Kanye started like speaking out, they say that like Corey and Chris's plan was to get in there and become Kanye's tour manager and then slowly just like work their poison into Kanye's team and take over and then get him like fully admitted to an asylum, like how they tried the first time.
Yeah.
So apparently that was their goal. But, you know, all of this is alleged, but, you know, we love our conspiracies.
And everything always comes true. Fuck. Do you know what I'm happy about, though? I'm happy that Chris Brown isn't involved in this.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Please, Chris Brown, man.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. But this is how people feel about others. Because I don't really like celebrities. I don't follow celebrities. I don't fuck with celebrities. But Chris Brown's always been the man. So, like... Because I was kind of like that about Kevin Hart. Like, growing up, he was always the funny guy.
I know. We've been to his show and stuff.
I know. And then
we
now,
love
like...
his movies.
Fuck, the way he's just acting lately.
Yeah.
Fuck. He is freaking out. But I bet...
At least you can keep, like, your favourite movie, Friday and stuff.
Yeah, because Ice Cube's solid.
Yeah, and it's got Cat Williams
Yeah.
and Ice Cube. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even put two and two together because Ice Cube's been speaking out about Diddy as well,
Yeah, saying that he just doesn't fuck with
both
him at all.
in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, he said he doesn't fuck with him at all.
Yeah, well, he talks about him on stage, about like all the shit that Diddy's done.
Yeah. Even 50 Cent, like, he's fucking solid. He's the man.
But fuck, drop your doco.
I know.
It's because he's bringing it out on Netflix, so I think he's probably trying to get top dollar. But he's going to lose his shot because, like, everyone's watching now.
Yeah, I know.
And everyone's making documentaries now, like.
But it's 50, he knows. He's 50 Cent. People are going to watch it regardless.
Yeah, hard. So I'm just wondering, is everything going to come out? Because have you watched anything about Ali... What's her last name?
Yeah. Ali Carter.
Ali Carter.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched a lot of her, actually.
Yeah, same.
And she talks about, like...
She's been talking about this for years.
I know. But she talks about, like, full tunnel systems underground.
I know, going to, like, the Playboy Mansion. So she said that she was trafficked by CPS. Child Protective Services.
Yeah.
She said that they took her to the Playboy Mansion when she was really, really young. And she said that they used to have parties there. So Ali Carter has this alleged affidavit on online. And it talks about the parties at the Playboy Mansion she was taken to by Child Protective Services. Children were laid out and the food was served off them. This is between 2009 and 2010. So within a year, she would go there. The children were called body cakes. Disgusting. And she saw Diddy there, Denzel, Young Jock.
What?
I know, so random. And Brian Christopher Robinson. So there would be certain lights and music that would signify the party has started, like the real party. And the doors would be shut and basically the whole party would be on lockdown. So the kids then turned into party favors and would sit on the table and people would come and choose them. Some children were made to be involved with animals, which is really crazy because I actually watched this documentary about Playboy Mansion and Hugh Hefner when a lot of the playmates started accusing him of abuse after he had died. And this one girl was saying how Hugh Hefner had everything and anything he wanted, that he had gotten so bored that he started involving animals in their sex sessions.
What?
Yeah, which is crazy that this girl has said for years that there was animals involved with the children at these parties.
Fuck.
Wild. So now I want to go back and watch that documentary again and get that clip from it.
Yeah.
Ellie also talks about the child auctions that would happen. She said that people were able to try before they buy, just like you would do at a car yard. And yeah, from as young as newborns.
Fuck.
Which is just
That
so
is
wild.
crazy.
And I think that's how the whole Child Protective Services comes into play, because, you know, where are they getting these newborns from?
I know.
I don't really want to go too deep into we brought it up on one of our other episodes about the stuff to do with babies, adrenochrome and stuff like that, and it's not something I like. Like, I think we should all know, but I don't think there's anything any of us can do about it.
Yeah, I don't.
So I don't really like spending energy talking about it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't know. Ever since I became a mother, I just can't. I can't let my brain go there. But if you want to know more about it, there is about a 6-part series. Actually, a girl messaged me the other day saying that there's more parts to it now, but it is called The Fall of the Cabal. You can watch that on bitchute.com, bitchute.com. Great place. It's our YouTube. It's a great place for uncensored documentaries and stuff. We'll probably end up on there at one stage. We'll probably end up on there soon. We'll get kicked off Spotify. But yeah, if you want to learn more about the worst stuff that happens in Hollywood, then that's where you should go and watch it.
Yeah, so Ali Carter, she reckons that those freak off parties, actually just rituals.
Yeah.
And like heaps of satanic shit happens there. But when she first started being involved with them, she thought like that she was righteous to be there. Like she thought, I'm around celebrities, like I'm blessed to be here. And used to put up with heaps of crazy shit.
Did you see that P. Diddy's private plane was seen in Auckland? Did that trigger any type of deja vu?
Yeah, definitely.
Epstein? Who remembers lockdown times? Let me set the scene for you. It's 2020. Jeffrey Epstein's just been indicted. Ghislaine Maxwell's on the run. And their boat turns up in Auckland. So this is a little theory that I have.
Mm.
Like, I don't believe Jeffrey Epstein's dead. And
Why?
I don't believe Ghislaine's in jail.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Nah, no way.
And I think P. Diddy, something similar will happen with him.
Mm.
But, like, why is it always in New Zealand? You know? We actually went down and checked out Epstein's boat as well.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we were so into it. Like, can you believe we actually went down to the viaduct during lockdown to look at that boat?
I know.
Like, Tim and I were obsessed.
Yeah, we were just so deep in it.
Yeah.
There was groups of us though.
Yeah, there was heaps of people down there. All of us like following the same kind of conspiracy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so her boat was here. Well, their boat was here, and I don't know how true it is. There was so many things going around at the time, but someone said that they went through the rubbish that the stewardess had taken off there.
Yeah.
And went through it and said that there was heaps of cut up kids' clothing.
Oh, fuck, that is wild.
But like, we don't know if that's real. But there was photos posted.
Yeah, I know. It was
and it was like down at the dock and everything.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I believe that shit. Like,
yeah.
if you don't want to believe it, who cares? We believe it.
Yeah. It's no secret that New Zealand's a bit of a escape place for Americans.
Yeah, yeah.
They have been buying our land. They've been building secret bunkers down in Queenstown for so long. So I just think this is the place that people can escape to.
Yeah. It's so far from everywhere.
It is. We're really cut off from the world down here. I know.
And that's why people come here.
Yeah.
Especially the South Island, like...
Oh my God, you could hide anywhere there.
Yeah.
And live a beautiful life.
Yeah, hard out.
You know, it would be a big, different life. But it's not like hiding out in the slums of Mexico or...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like being, like creeping around Cuba. It's like you could go down to the South Island of New Zealand and live a really beautiful life after a bit of facial reconstruction, obviously. I don't know. Maybe they were hiding witnesses down here. Maybe they were dropping someone off while the clone goes into jail. Nah, we won't go too hard out. But I don't know. There's something connected there. Like, why are these pedophiles and these sex pests, why are they popping up in New Zealand right when they're being indicted?
I know. There has to be something. And I
it's
reckon...
a crazy connection.
Yeah. I reckon our government's real fucked up.
100%. I think our government's
like
a pushover.
We try and be like a little mini USA.
Yeah, we do.
And it's... These guys will be power tripping them, giving them money. There's definitely something connected with New Zealand and pedophiles. And we got to figure it out somehow. If you got any information,
send it through to us.
Send it
if
through.
You're hiding someone out in New Zealand, let us know.
If you got anything that you want to get brought out to the world, we'll be the whistleblowers.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, that wraps up our first episode on Diddy. We're going to do more, obviously, when more things come out. And obviously, when he goes to trial, whenever that may be, I have no doubt that it's going to get pushed out way further than May 5th next year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely. But yeah.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. You know we love our conspiracy episodes. Not that much of this is conspiracy anymore, but
just
we
this
love
type of
talking
shit.
about this kind of stuff. And it's really cool to like openly talk about this now that everyone else is watching it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, if Tim and I had spoken about this a year ago or even 5 years ago when we first started learning about it, we would have just, people would have been like, these guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah, hard up, 100%.
It's all happening.
Yep. All the stuff we love talking about, it's all happening, guys. It's all happening.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. I love talking about all this stuff.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please go and follow both our channels on YouTube and Spotify. Like and subscribe. And please go and give us a good rating on Spotify. Really helps our account. Peace.
Peace out.